Okay, so this is going to be the banded internal rotation with a bench. So we're going to basically sit next to the bench and we're going to have our left arm in this case doing internal rotation. Yeah, the good thing with the band is at the end range it sort of lets off a bit of resistance, which is nice to not make you feel super vulnerable in this sort of externally rotated end range position, and then we can build pressure into the band, and obviously the resistance is going to increase as we go further into the movement. Yeah, so for when you do this exercise initially, what we want to focus on is just really building pressure and trying to find this index finger, middle finger, sort of the balls of your fingers here. We don't want to be pushing through the outside of our fingers, as that's going to drive sort of external rotation. And with this drill, we want to drive internal rotation. So I'm going to really concentrate on having the band through here, the top of my hand. I'm going to have an open palm as well. I'm not going to be holding the band like a dumbbell or like you would normally see people do, because I really want to get the forearm wrist flexors involved in this movement as well. Yeah. So the main thing I'm trying to think about when I'm doing this is pushing through, again, index finger, sort of like this part of the hand. So I'm actively pushing and internally rotating everything. Yeah. The band setup, it should sort of be, might take a bit of measuring up, but it should be basically where your hand is going to sit in this 90-degree position. So it should be around about that height. Just so it feels nicer. Yeah. So have a seat next to the bench. The main thing you want to focus on is not sort of really hunching over and not extending a lot. You want to be sort of really stacked through the rib cage. I don't really mind what you do with your legs. I would recommend sort of having maybe one leg up if that feels comfortable. In this case, I'm probably going to choose this side, and it gives you something to sort of hold on to as well. We're going to build some pressure into the band. So we've got a bit of resistance here at end range. And again, it's not sort of like I don't feel like it's going to drag me and like sort of hurt me. Elbow's going to stay down. You don't need to push down into the bench, but you do need to sort of feel grounded through there. And again, I'm almost going to face my body towards the same side hand. Again, the band is sitting over the balls of my fingers, and I'm focusing on really, as I'm going to do this movement, I'm pushing through that index finger hard. Cool. So initially what I want you to do as well is just practice building and holding pressure. So here I feel my forearm and I feel a bit through my armpit and front of the shoulder working, and I'm just holding this as an isometric just to get used to what that feels like. And then when I'm ready, I can go through more active. So we're coming in, again, pushing through the index, letting it drag, feeling big stretch as we get to there, going through movements. And you'll notice that the more you can push through that index finger and drive that internal rotation starting at the hand and forearm, the more you'll get out of this exercise.